And time for our talk of the town today here on AM 1390 KRFO. Our guest today, we have Mary Overlee Olson who joins us. Well, you're not going to talk trash.
I'm not going to talk much trash. I actually have another subject to talk
You
about,
got
but before I move into that, I can't help but remind people living in Owatonna that recycling pickup will be one day late this whole week because of the Labor Day holiday. My pickup day is usually Tuesday, and I had half my neighbors with their carts out yesterday. But gosh, today it looked like almost every 21 hoses had their cart out this morning. So way to go, West End.
It's in her blood, I think, right? Yeah. Anyway, Mary is here to talk about a different event, better than trash we want to talk about. We've got some great food, great opportunity, and you're with the AAUW, and you have your Taste of Steele County coming up. We'll start it off. When and where is this event?
Okay, it is a week from tomorrow on Thursday, September 17th. The event itself is from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Owatonna Eagles here in town. We do have a silent auction as part of that, and we're going to open up the silent auction tables a little bit early this year so people can peruse those if they get there before we actually open up the tables and the vendors begin serving the food at 5.
Do you know what any of the items that are up for bids for silent auction offhand or not?
Well, I think I'm probably going to bring a peace lily myself and a gift certificate from one of our 12 vendors. Oftentimes, our organization is the American Association of University Women, and so a lot of us are good readers. And there are several of us that like to drink wine. So some of our gift baskets involve wine and books, and many offer gift certificates from one of our 12 vendors. Sometimes I think there's one organized around Halloween this year, and that's all I know thus far, so it's a
That's okay.
secret.
Okay, that's good. But it's open to anyone who'd like to come. But of course, you need a ticket, and we can get tickets. Can we get them now and where?
Yes, you can. You can get them from any AAUW member. We have about 60 members here in Owatonna at our Owatonna branch, and there's one retail store downtown that also offers them. This is a quiz for you, Lauren. What do you suppose that store is downtown Owatonna?
Would they have anything to do with diamonds?
They do,
Well,
yes.
I'm holding in on it. Yeah, Kotke Jewelers, of
Kotke
course. Yeah.
Jewelers, yes, as always. We're so grateful for Kotke's and all the work they do for so many nonprofit fundraisers.
Well, we got your ticket between 5 and 7 then on the 17th. You come to the Eagles, and you've got a great lineup. Well, you can get so many different types of food. And go right ahead and list some of all the businesses that are going to
We
be
have 12 vendors, and we've had 12 vendors pretty much every year. That's about the maximum space that the Eagles has for the vendors in order for us to get enough people there. We do limit this, by the way, to 300 guests because of space considerations, and also because the vendors supply the food and the people serving the food, and they make the food. And so we wanted to give them a limit in their planning. Now, let me name these 12, if you don't mind.
Go right ahead. That's the important part.
I'm excited that, again, we have two vendors from out of Owatonna. One is the bakery in Blooming Prairie. The other one is Steve's Meat Market in Ellendale, and they have been with us. I think every year we have done the Taste of Steele County. This is our 6th annual, by the way. And so we're so happy that they come and show us Steve's Meat Market, their various cured meats, smoked meats. Bakery always seems to bring rosettes, which are one of my favorite Christmas treats, and I've started ordering my rosettes there at Christmas time as a result of tasting theirs. Costas is back again. We're so happy to have their candy. Hy-Vee Deli this year has been a regular participant. They bring us something different every year. Central Park Coffee is again assisting us. Supap, I think, says she's going to have a coffee drink. Fairway Foods is a new vendor this year, and they're excited about joining us and showing some of the things that they sell at Fairway Foods and some of their deli items that they offer for people or for catering. El Tequila is back again. I love their Mexican food. Another brand new vendor this year is Spare Time Entertainment. bowling alley, if you want to have the other name. They have a great restaurant there, and they also are promoting their catering business. So we hope that'll be a win-win situation for spare time and for us. Owatonna Eagles not only allows us to use their space at minimal cost, but they provide a sample of something that they serve as well. Owatonna Elks is also going to be there. I love Mizuki Fusion. They typically serve breaded shrimp, or I think it's tempura breaded shrimp and fried rice. So we're looking forward to having them there. And I think that's all 12.
Okay. Sometimes person will say a word and it'll just kind of ring. You said the word rosettes, and of course, I go back my single days. I somehow acquired a rosette iron as an auction, and so they're single Lauren, and I cooked rosettes. Ate the whole batch, and I'm a little messy, and it wound up costing me my deposit in my apartment as the grease overflowed all over. So that's why I was smirking. Every time you say rosettes, I say, oh, there's Lauren, what a mess. Let's maybe explain how it actually works. Okay, so someone walks in with their ticket. Now, can they just go stand there and eat brats all night long, or how does that work?
Okay, we have the 12 vendors, and they're around the edge of the room, and people are given a plate, and there's a dessert plate on the table. We would like them to use that plate to go visit several of the vendors. Some, obviously, Costas is going to serve candy. They're not going to serve a hot dish, although actually they may serve that at the restaurant. So you visit. Ideally, we do want to get across to people that this is a taste. This is not a feast of Steele County. And in general, people pretty much visit each vendor once. Some people may not like, for instance, Mexican food, and so they won't visit that vendor. I have yet to visit all 12 vendors even once because, well, I'm working in part, but I get so much food by just the taste.
I guess you think about it, if you took just one bite, 12 bites, I wonder how much that adds up to an actual meal.
And the bites are more than one bite.
Yeah,
it's a small serving is what it is. So it's always been plenty of food for me. And you add that with your favorite beverage that you buy at the Eagles, and visit with your friends. If you want to, and we hope you will visit our silent auction tables and support that. And most important, we've got the socializing aspect of it. We've got the shopping aspect with the silent auction. We've got the food. Everybody loves food. And it's just a fun event. Fun for us AAUW workers as well, because we're all in one room and can see each other as we're working. It's just it's a time for camaraderie for our own branch as well.
And let's talk a little bit about the AAUW. Who are you gals? Obviously, you went to college, but take it from there.
Okay, well, first of all, membership. Membership is open to any man or woman, although I will say at the present time our branch only has females.
Well, boy, if there's a guy out there, here's your chance.
That's right. We do ask that the people joining have an associate degree, in other words, a 2-year degree from an accredited college or university, or a 4-year degree or above. Many of our members have degrees above that. The whole purpose of AAUW, which is a national organization that I believe was founded in 1889, if I'm not mistaken. I'll read our local mission statement. Owatonna branch of American Association of Women advances equity for women and girls through advocacy, education, philanthropy, and research. This particular event, the AAUW Taste of Steele County, is designed to raise money, I should say, for scholarships for women and girls for various purposes. We offer scholarships, an Owatonna AAUW scholarship that originally was called the Carolyn Youst Scholarship. That's been going since 1980. We have another scholarship that began in 1999, the bequest from Ellen Hansen, a former member, now deceased. That's called the Rachel Carson Environmental Scholarship, and that's for a woman pursuing a degree in a field such as engineering, science, with a focus on the environment and conservation of the environment. Dear to my heart, of course.
Oh yes, you bet.
A newer scholarship that we offer is we work this in conjunction with Riverland College here in town, and it's for female students attending Riverland. We work with the Riverland Foundation on that, so you can contact Riverland if you're a student there to find out more information about our scholarship. And by the way, you can find out information on our scholarships on our AAUW Owatonna website. I'll give you that in a moment. Want to just keep this topic here talking about two other scholarships we give. One is for girls in 6th, 7th, or 8th grades who live here in Steele County, and that is a math science camperships. The girls themselves find a camp. Sometimes it's a day camp, sometimes it's an overnight one. Examples have been Wolf Ridge up in, I think, Ely or in that area. Sometimes at the University of Minnesota, special programs. This is designed to get girls interested in pursuing higher education in STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, and math. So we want to promote that for girls at the junior high age. Research, and some of that done by AAUW, has shown that it is those ages where girls tend to shy back from those challenging fields that are good paying and good opportunities for women's leadership. Finally, a program that we're very fond of right now is a scholarship for a college sophomore or junior to attend approximately 1 week conference for women student leaders in Maryland and the Washington, D.C. area. It's held at NMA beginning of June every year. It's called NICWSL, the acronym, which stands for the National Conference for College Women Leaders. At our most recent AAUW meeting in August, we had one of our recipients of the NICWSL scholarship, whose name is Emily Welson, a student at Gustavus Adolphus College, spoke on her attending this conference this last summer. It was life-changing for her, and all the possibilities for leadership for women, how to get women into leadership, how to overcome some of the barriers. Sometimes they're our own barriers within our minds. And some of it is how to best achieve one's goals in moving into leadership roles.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you get together on a regular monthly basis? And if so, what are some of the things you do when you do get together?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that question.
And I guess somebody who's curious about it, is there an opportunity where they can just kind of drop in and just sort of check you out?
Well, we do welcome people to do that. My favorite event of the year is always our mystery tour. This year happens on Monday, September 28th. We meet as a group somewhere here in town and then carpool to some place where very few of us know where it is. Usually there's 30 to 40 of us in 6 cars or so. Driver obviously has some kind of direction. Not always knowing exactly what it is we're going to land at, though. And it always includes a tour of some place and then eating out. You know, we women, we love to eat out. So that's always really fun. You never know where you're going to. One of my favorites, being a Faribault native, it was the tour of the Tilt-A-Whirl factory in Faribault. We did that a few years ago. Last year we took a trolley ride around the city of Rochester and saw some of the historic heights historic sites in Steele County, which includes Assisi Heights, and ate in downtown Rochester. So something different every year. It's usually a place within about an hour's drive of Owatonna because it occurs after the working day, and we're usually home by 10. Mm-hmm. So that's a really fun one. We have a great lineup this year. We've got a speaker in November talking about drugs, insurance, healthcare costs, Dr. Schandelmeyer from the University of Minnesota. He's spoken to us several years ago, but the pharmaceutical world is changing so rapidly, as is the healthcare world, so he's going to speak to us again. Just a couple others, not to mention every single program, but I'm very excited about our April program, which is, March program, which is always Women's History Month. And we like to have our meeting in conjunction with some other nonprofits at the Owatonna Arts Center. And we like to have a speaker of a woman author. This year, our speaker is going to be Lori Sturdivant, who's a columnist for the Minneapolis Star-Tribune, and she's speaking on a new book that's just coming out this fall on Rosalie Wall. It's titled Rosalie Wall, Her Honor. Rosalie Wall, by the way, was the first woman Supreme Court Justice in the state of Minnesota.
Okay, didn't know that.
So that'll be
You've
exciting.
got some good, interesting stuff there.
We've got some information on Title IX, which is promoting gender equity in schools and colleges in particular, and just what's the progress we've made on that. Where do we have to put increased efforts, that sort of thing. Again, if you are interested in our association, come to our event, which is the AAUW Taste of Steele County, Thursday, September 17th from 5 to 7 at the Owatonna Eagles. We'll have information there. Or you can just go online to owatonna-mn.aauw.net and get all sorts of information about our particular local club, our national organization, links to the national organization, some of the many programs that our national organization sponsors in terms of scholarships, research, advocacy, particularly for women that are pursuing gender discrimination at their workplaces or colleges.
Okay. Mary Overlee Olson from the AAUW, our guest, and again, their Taste of Steele County is the 17th. Starts at 5 o'clock. Just show up at the Owatonna Eagles Club, and that's our Talk of the Town for today here on AM 13.